Was the Swiss psychologist Carl Jung a sexist? If you read certain passages, you could argue it's easy to say yes. He used essentialist language, he made sweeping claims about men and women, and he inherited biases from the early 20th century without always questioning them. For example, Jung often wrote that women were naturally more emotional, relational, or intuitive, and that men were more rational or orientated towards spirit. He described women as closer to the unconscious or rooted in nature, and suggested men individuate through work and spirit while women individuate through love and relationship. In many ways, these are gender stereotypes, not psychological facts. He also blurred the line between symbol and reality. When Jung talked about the anima as the feminine, his language sometimes sounded like he was describing real women rather than an inner symbolic figure in the psyche. That confusion is one of his biggest blind spots, and like many of his era, Jung idealized women in ways that bordered on projection, speaking of them as mysterious, intuitive, or other, without fully recognizing how culture and his own projections shaped those ideas. Susan Rowland argues that when Jung is read symbolically, not literally, his work challenges, not reinforces, rigid gender roles. Jung's core idea that the psyche is androgynous and necessitates integrating the contrary side supports a post-patriarchal psychology. The problem isn't the symbols, the problem is reading them as biological claims instead of metaphors for inner life. So, was Jung a sexist? He had biases, absolutely. But his deeper psychology gives us a way out of those very biases. It invites us to dissolve the gender binaries he inherited and move towards wholeness instead of roles. That's the nuance many people miss. If you like this video, then there are lots more videos about Carl Jung on this channel. I do a podcast every 2 weeks with Jungian and Jungian adjacent thinkers, so head over to YouTube and subscribe.